Hello everyone, welcome to another video of JavaScript programming. So in our previous video, we have installed the Node.js and Visual Studio Code. And we also have added some extensions into Visual Studio Code, such as Better Command, Code Runner, JavaScript Code Snippet, Material Icon, as well as Prettier Code Formatter. Okay. Next, we are going to talk about some of the most common settings of Visual Studio Code to make your programming more easier and more flexible. Okay. So the first setting that we are going to do is the autosave setting. Whenever you write your codes, this IDE, this Visual Studio Code is going to automatically save it so that when you run your code, you don't need to worry about whether it's saved or not, whether the last change is saved or not. So therefore, autosave setting is important. So to go to the settings window in the search bar here in your Visual Studio Code, after you open your Visual Studio Code in the search bar here, first, I want you to give the closing angle bracket and then please type user settings. When you type user settings, you will see two options. One is user settings window. The other one is a JSON file. What you need to do is you need to select the first one, the view user settings window. Do not select the user settings JSON file. Okay. All right. From here, I want you to search for autosave setting. You see, right now the autosave is off. If yours is also off, I want you to set it to after delay. Okay, set it to after delay. So autosave delay is set to 1000 milliseconds, which means after 1 second, every time after we finish typing 1 second, it is going to automatically save it. So as long as your autosave is set to after delay, then it's good. Next step is the font size. So we need to increase the font size. Okay. So right now the font size of the editor is set to 20. So yes, if yours is like 15 or 16, etc., try to set the number like 20, 22 to make it more comfortable for you to type and write your codes. Okay. So font size, I kept it at 20 right now. And also after the font size, next setting that you will need to set up is the autocomplete. Okay. So if the autocomplete setup is off, make sure you enable the autocomplete for both JavaScript and TypeScript. This will make it much more easier for you to write your codes. You will be able to get suggestions when you are typing few letters of the code, and it will automatically complete the remaining lines of the code. So autocomplete is enabled. And also next is zoom level. So if you think the way the window appearance, etc. are small, so you can set the zoom level here to make it adjusted based on your own needs. Okay. Just make sure that you are comfortable with whatever the zoom level that you set it to. All right. So those are the settings that we have done. And the next setting that you will need to do is the setting of an extension called clear previous output. When you are running your code, you don't want to see the previous outputs. You just want to see the current output, right? So therefore, if you go to this extension section, you should have this run code configuration. Under this run code configuration, you should be able to see clear previous output, this setting. If somehow you couldn't find this setting, in the search bar here, just type and search for clear previous output. Okay. And then you will need to make sure that this box is checked. This checkbox is checked. Whether to clear the previous output before each run, this has to be checked. That way, it's going to make it more easier for you to see the outputs on the console. Okay. So those are the settings, and also formatting. Format on paste, format on save, those you can also enable them to make it more easier for you to format your code so that it will automatically format it whenever you close a file or whenever you paste the codes, etc. When you format your codes, it becomes much more easier for you to read the code. Okay. Format codes is done. And then you can also check You can also take a look at the other settings. If you find any setting you feel like it might be useful for you, of course you are feel free to do so. But so far the settings that we have done, one, autosave, font size, autocomplete, clear previous output, those settings should be more than enough. And also we also have just now we have added formatting, right? Format on paste and format on save. Those we already have added it. So these are the settings that should be more than enough for you to get going with JavaScript and other programmings in the Visual Studio Code. Thank you so much, everyone. See you all in the next video.